Hello guys, thank you for tuning in again to this channel, my channel. So today we're gonna talk about weaknesses as promised. But before I move on to that, I just want to share with you that sometimes hard things that are hardships, things that are sort of sound negative can be actually a strength. I forgot to talk about that one in the previous video. You know, if you have gone through hardship, that thing can be your strength. Because why? Because you know how to tackle things better now. So you know that if hardship comes, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. This is how you're supposed to tackle it. So I remember back in my childhood, I stayed with my grandmother and in a small village for some time, because my mother had to work at a place that is totally remote from where my grandmother was staying. And to access that area, they had to use a boat to cross to that area. So she didn't want to endanger us by taking us along. So for that year or 2 years, we stayed with my grandmother. So back then there were the shops. We didn't have a lot of shops in Botswana, and the closest meat shop or butchery was about 10 kilometers from where we stayed. So because we're a bit older, so we'd go there with a bunch of other kids to go buy meat for the whole week. And we walked where we were lucky, we would find a lift, or somebody would get a hitchhike. And I remember telling myself that when I grow up, I'm gonna have a car, which is what I have right now. I have cars. Because of that hardship, it made me to be determined to succeed. I don't know if you get my grip. So hardship or some sort of adversity that you've gone through, it can be an advantage to you. You can it can be used as a tool that you gained from way back, and you can use it to fix stuff that you're experiencing now. So it's something that is in your toolbox, and it's at your disposal. You can use it whenever it's possible. All right, back to the topic for today, which is weakness. A weakness really is something that is really difficult for you to do, something that when you think of, maybe your heart beat faster. I'm thinking lack of confidence. It's a weakness, and it's a weakness for most people, because you don't trust yourself in doing certain things. Most of the time when we lack confidence, it's because we know we don't know such things. For example, if you are it's time for you to present a certain topic at work, you lack confidence because you haven't equipped yourself with such knowledge, and you dread to be in front of people to say things out. And at times we lack confidence because of the things that people or we have said to ourselves a long time back, or perhaps an experience where you were presenting and you were asked such a difficult question, and you panicked a bit, and everybody was like and so you imagine that period, and your presentation skills just die. So that's where most of the time we get our weaknesses from. So it's important that you realize that when certain things happen in your life, they shouldn't define who you are. Okay, so you need to improve. So when you are documenting things, you know that the reason why I lack confidence in such and such a thing is because I did such and such a thing, and next time when the opportunity comes, I'm gonna do things differently. That's what I'm saying. You should document such things. I lack confidence because I remember a certain period when I was presenting, a certain guy said something to me and it really dented my image inside. So just dig in and just try to see why you are behaving in such a certain way. One of the weaknesses again would be for example, myself, I'm a perfectionist. I mean, I like things to be set in a certain way. When they are not, I get so annoyed, and at times I just don't think properly. I don't allow other people to be messy. Such thing is my weakness, and I've learned to work around it. I've learned to know that people are not like me. I should let people be free and do whatever. Once they dash out, I'll fix it. Okay. So yeah, that's some of the weaknesses that I can think of. You can be that kind of person who just doesn't focus, lack of focus. Some people just can't focus, if you have such kind of people, you should realize that, if you are working with such kind of people, you should realize that they are just human beings. One of the things that make them whole. We can't be perfect, and they lack such things. You may alert them and show them how to gain that focus. One of the things that I do is I ask people to write things down that are important, like to-do list. It's very important to have a to-do list. When you do a to-do list as well, it gives you that inner satisfaction when you tick the thing that you have done. Like I said before, I think I've said that before, that it's magic. So it helps you to focus for the day, for the week, and eventually for the month and the year, and you gain whatever you want. So you list those things that they're not good and how you can counter them. It's important way you can't counter them as well. You can call in a person who's got so much strength in what you are lacking, and maybe start a business with such a person. If you have a person who is really good at convincing people and you are not good, a person of such caliber, just rope them into the business, maybe as a worker or as a business partner, where we have presentations. They are the ones who are in the forefront to complete that, because the world wants to hear about your idea. The world really needs that your idea to become live. So what better way to bring other people, and so that you can sell it to the world, so that doesn't just die, So letting you into my world as well, again, is that I am a very impatient person, and I anger easily. And when something bad really happens, and I think an unfair thing is happening to the other person, I easily get angered. I tend to grasp other people's emotions, which is not good at all, and something that I'm really working on, so that when something happens that really doesn't affect me very much, I ignore it. So I'm trying to change in that regard. I have this thing, they call it contagion. So I easily grasp other people's emotions. When a person is angered by the other person, they're telling me a story, I get so consumed in the story and I anger with them, which is really not good. It's not helping the situation. I should be calm and try to advise the other person otherwise. So those are the weaknesses that such things are weaknesses that you need to know about and how to work around them. Okay. So really, if you are trying to go into business, some of the weaknesses that you might that are common with entrepreneurs is that they lack funding. Quite a number of us really lack funding. You just want that enough funds so that you can start something. And some people do have money, but they don't want to spend the money they've worked for on their personal capacity onto the business. So it's lack of funding. So you need to find a mitigation to that thing that you are lacking. So if you lack funding, there are programs that the government has done. Even the banks are there, they can borrow you money. It's not an easy thing. All you have to do is to have a good business plan. That can be a weakness as well, not knowing how to write a business plan. And so some of the things really it's a laziness on our side, because the internet has got a lot of ideas and things that you can help you so that you can write that business plan. But if you don't have the time, which is not true, you can hire someone to do it. So you always hire people to do things for you because you have money. So if you don't have money, you will create the time, go into the internet and look for the business plans that have been written, because it's your idea. It's an idea, so you can write it better, and you get lessons from the internet that can help you. I find it difficult when I'm writing a business plan to do market analysis, and I think it's just laziness on my side, and the fact that I have to go around asking people about the product, if they can have it or when they can buy it and the like, and I have to do surveys and the like. It can be a really daunting experience, and like I'm saying, it's just it's laziness, and we associate that with lack of time. Like I said, it's not really true. So if you need time, you need to wake up at 5 a.m. and do your thing for the 2 hours before you go to work or start work, and then you can give the entire 8 hours to those who have contracted you to work. I mean, those people who are giving you extra money so that you can feed your dreams, just like that. Okay, so make sure that you create find these mitigations to the weaknesses that you have, so that they cannot be a hindrance to the future that you are anticipating and that you want. And while at it, know that you are in the future. You should enjoy the time that you have while you are still preparing for the other time that will come. So life is now. What if you die tomorrow? You see? So enjoy it, the journey as you go along. All right, thank you. Please subscribe. I'm stressing that. Call in your friends, your family, colleagues, people that you know, acquaintances. Just invite them in. I want us to talk about these things. So one day maybe I'll have an opportunity to look in the eye and we can talk face to face. You can feel my warmth, I can feel your warmth or coldness, whatever it is that can warm you up anyway. All right, thank you, bye bye.